Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my beautiful wife from Venezuela. And I can't see a thing on this camera. I got a blank screen, but if you can see me, go ahead and ask me your questions, and I'm here to help you. Now, I can't see anything. Apparently, the camera is not functioning like it should, so I need to get my technical experts in here. But if you can see me, you go ahead. Priyanka, hi Karina, what's going on, Priyanka? Hi Diego, hey Priyanka. Sorry, we're running late. We're running 45 minutes late. I apologize, but we got technical difficulties, so now I'm running a live stream without being able to see anything. Let me see here. Cecil Hammer, hi Diego. You went off before. I know. I'm on it. I was trying to fix a technical problem, but apparently, if you can see us, tell me you can see us. If you can see us, let me know because I can't see anything. Boom 2, hey, what's going on, Boom 2? And Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina, welcome back. Well, I apologize for the 45-minute late start, but I'm talking to a blank screen. So, but if you can see us, if you can see us, let us know. Priyanka, finally able to see and hear. Okay, so we'll go with that, and we'll just talk. I'll talk to a blank screen, and then you see us. We're good. Francois, I can see you both. I can hear you. Okay, so let's roll with the live stream. We are running late, but I'll run. If I'm 45 minutes late, that means I'll run 45 minutes into the future. Cecile Hemmer, Diego, please. Will I have to go do some medicals before sending the change of status package? Okay, Cecile Hammer, here's what I recommend you do. Repeat the medical exam, completely redo the medical exam, okay, on a Form 693 by a civil surgeon in your town where you live in the United States and include it in your green card application. Just repeat the medical exam and have them scan or have them look at your vaccinations to make sure they're in compliance with the green card package. Okay? When Karina got to the United States, we got married on January 14th, 2024. Okay, very good. So what do? We redid the medical exam, and the civil surgeon authorized by the State Department, he redid our medical exam and signed off on the 693, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I included it in the green card application. So just repeat the medical exam. You don't have to, but you might get an immigration officer that wants to see it. And then you get an RFE. And then your green card application gets held up. Okay? I recommend you just repeat the medical exam and have a doctor look at it. Let me see here. Mr. Najas. Hi, Diego and Karina. What's going on, Mr. Najas? I don't know what's going on with my camera. I can't see anything, okay? I'm just talking to a blank screen. So, but at least if you can see us, I couldn't care less about what I can see or not. Francois, better late than ever. There you go. Well, apparently, if this doesn't get fixed, I'll be continuing the live streams talking to a blank TV screen. Hang ear. Well, Khmer One. Hello, Diego and Karina. Khmer One. How's everybody? Hang ear. Hi, Diego. I called the embassy in Ciudad Juarez today, and they wouldn't give any update on my fiance's visa. Okay. The 221G was due to a technical problem on their part, and I'm really frustrated. Well, they're going to fix it. I'm sure they're going to fix the problem, right? They're going to fix it. Hang ear. How much longer do I continue to wait? Well, let's see. It could take, on a 221G technical problem, it could take a couple of weeks. How long have you been waiting? Remind me on how long you guys have been waiting to get this resolved. And let me see. April Flower. What are the causes of administrative processing? Well, let's supposing that your sponsor didn't include a proof of U.S. citizenship. That can create administrative processing. Immigration want to see proof of U.S. citizenship. So you blow up your passport, your American citizens blows up his U.S. passport this big so immigration can see it. Let's suppose you live in a country that's, not quite politically stable. Iraq, Syria, Niger, Sudan, Ukraine, Russia. The countries aren't politically stable, so you could get an extra security check done on you because they want to make sure that you don't have any issues in your past. And it can take several months to do administrative processing, guys. Okay? It's just extra security checks. The U.S. Embassy is doing extra security checks. That's all. Does it mean you're going to get denied a K-1? No, not at all. There was a lady from Iran who I got out of Tehran into Turkey, and she had her visa interview for her K-1 in Turkey, and she had a 221 administrative processing and for security because she's Iranian, and they did the security check on her, and in a week, I think it was a week later, she got her K-1 visa, and she's now, I live in the United States of America. So it depends, April Flower. It could be a bunch of stuff that causes administrative processing. Chris and Emil, I'm at 22 days for the MVC. I don't need to do anything? No. You don't need to do anything, Chris and Emil. You're just waiting on the welcome letter from the National Visa Center, which is the Department of State. Hang here. You've been waiting a week and a half. Okay. It could take maybe a month. Okay. Rohit, hi, what's going on, Rohit? What's going on? Hi, Diego. Looking fresh, Diego. Well, I hope so. I'm glad. Looking fresh is a good thing, I think, right? Cecile Hema, Diego, if I mail the change of status like 3 weeks before my K-1 visa expires, will it in any way have overstayed issues? No. Your K-1 visa has expired the day you landed in America. When you landed in America and your feet started walking in the airport in the United States of America, your K-1 visa terminated. It doesn't exist anymore. You can't use it anymore. But the Border Patrol issued you an I-94. An I-94, a form that says you have 90 days to get married. It doesn't say you've got 90 days left in America. It says you've got 90 days to get married or else you can't stay in America. That's what the I-94 is. The plane lands in America. That's great. No problem. Your K-1 visa is no good. It's irrelevant now. Just ignore it. Now you're on an I-94. Border Patrol says you can enter the United States for 90 days just so long as you get married. And then you get married within those 90 days. When you file for your green card, it could be 4 months later. The I-94 could time out. Are you going to get deported? No. You're not going to get deported because your I-94 timed out, your 90-day window timed out, but you will get deported if you don't get married within 90 days. The I-94 says you got 90 days to get married, so get to it. And then you process your adjustment of status. If you apply for your green card past 90 days, that's okay. I mean, I don't recommend it because it's going to slow up your process. You want to get your green card, right? You want your green card, right? Okay. If you don't, the sooner you apply for it, the sooner you get it, right? But you're not going to get deported if you file for your green card past 90 days. Let's suppose you wait 4 months. Okay, no problem. You're good. But if you didn't get married in 90 days, that's a problem. Chris and Emil, okay, thanks, no worries, hang here. But her medical exam was done on March 6th. Okay, the medical exam is good for 6 months from March 6th. Okay, March 6th is when the date starts for your medical exam. It's good for 6 months. April Flower, thank you, Diego and Karina. My fiance did not receive biometrics before the interview, before the visa interview. Okay. Boom 2, my visa is ready for pickup. Thank you for everything. Boom 2, Jamaica. That's great. Excellent. Excellent news. So you listened to me, right, Boom 2? And everything I said to you came true, right? Everything I said for you to do, you did, and now you got your visa. How about that? Imagine that, right? Good job. We're happy for you. Rohit, MVC this year is speeding up or still slow? No, the MVC wants to get case numbers created as quick as possible. They don't want to sit on your K-1 visa. They want to get a case number assigned and they want to mail it to the embassy. But the embassies are the ones that are slowing down the process. Not the USCIS is fast now. The MVC have to wait on the embassy. So it's not so much the MVC's fault if the embassy's busy. You know, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia is busy right now. So the MVC will maybe hold off on sending the visas to the embassy in Bogota until the embassy gets busy. But the MVC would like to get just as fast as USCIS. It's not their fault. It's the embassies who are now in control. Priyanka having the biometrics on Wednesday in Atlanta. Now listen, Priyanka, you have a safe trip to Atlanta. Bring your passport and bring an ID that shows your married name on your government ID if you have one. Do you have an ID that shows your married name on it? Because when you go for your biometrics, your married name is going to be on the biometrics letter. So you got to prove that you are who you say you are. Your passport will not work. Your passport's not going to fly because they want to see your married name. So if you don't, you got to bring that and I recommend you bring your marriage certificate with you too, so you don't get asked the question, well, this passport says Priyanka this name, but the biometrics letter says Priyanka this name. You got to prove your married name, okay, at the biometrics appointment. You got it, Priyanka? Do you understand that? Okay. The Re-Podcast. I like that name. Diego, Andy, and Melissa here in Miami. All right, Miami. I'm having a challenge with the adjustment of status for Melissa. I cannot find your video specific to the I-485 application. Well, I've made a video on how to adjust the status. I made a video on how to fill out the 485. I've made a video on how to adjust status to green card. I've made 2 or 3 videos on how to do that. I don't know. Maybe go and Google Diego Ross adjustment of status, or Google Diego Ross green card application. That's what I would do. They're out there. I made the videos. I made the video about how to fill out the I-485 just recently. Priyanka, our case is being processed at the National Benefits Center. Okay, NBC. That's a pretty quick turnaround. 4 or 5 months. Binay Muhammad. Hello, Diego and Karina. After my interview on March 19th in Doha, Qatar, the officer gave me a paper and it said I need to check additional administrative processing and my status changed to refused. Well, your status isn't refused. Everybody gets that notification. Just ignore that. But what they're doing is an extra security check. Okay, you're in Qatar, so they're doing an extra security check on you. That's all. Just be patient. You haven't been refused, okay? It's in administrative processing. Let me see. Hedrick, Soldier Christ Fire. Whose name is going on the check? Your name's going on the check. You're writing a check to pay for the green card, right? And for your K2. So you're going to write your name on the check. But make sure you fill the check out properly. Don't use your credit card to pay for your green card. Don't use money orders. Use a check from your bank. Because banks, I've seen banks every day, they're denying the charge for the green card application. And then people are going to have to scramble. And how do I pay for my green card? Use a check from your bank. Let me see. Binay, my status changed to refused. Don't worry about that. But the status changed again March 22nd. It's the same refused. Don't worry about it. What does it mean? And I'm from Iraq. I did comment before. Yeah, you're from Iraq. No problem. We love our friends in Iraq. We love Iraq. We are beautiful people in Iraq. But you're getting an extra security check because Iraq is not politically stable. Okay? It's not politically stable. So you're getting an extra security check. Does it mean you're going to get a denial? No. Your visa is not going to be denied. You know, you qualify for your sponsor qualifies you for the benefit. You never worked for the Iraqi government. You never served in the Iraqi military. If I remember, you worked for the United Nations, right? In Iraq. You worked for the UN. You're good. Let me see. Henya, thank you, Diego. I really appreciate you. No problem. We're here for you. Alejandro Ray. Hey, Diego, my fiance and I just got married in Pennsylvania this last Saturday after the K1 process. Thanks a lot for all of your advice. Now what's next? You're going to adjust status to get a green card. Could you help me with a quick point-by-point? There is no quick point-by-point to process a green card application. It's a lot of work. You got to fill out Form 485. You got to fill out the Affidavit of Support, Form 864. You got to have a medical exam included in there, Form 693, plus the vaccinations. You got to have your marriage certificate. You got to have photos of your wedding. You got to have photos of your honeymoon, if you did have a honeymoon. You got to prove, you got to get a social security number for your wife. Get the social security number, include that. Get her on your bank. Show that she's a joint owner of your bank account. Get her on the lease to your apartment. Get her on the deed to your house. Put her on the title to your car. Make sure you have joint owners of your car or your RV or whatever, motorcycle. Immigration, put her on the electric bill, the water bill, the gas bill, the trash bill. Immigration want to see, Alejandro, that you guys live together and that she's part of your life and that you guys are secure in your marriage. So you got to prove it. It's a lot of work. Priyanka, yes, marriage certificate. Okay, bring that with you to the biometrics. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. Bud Garcia, you're getting down to the end zone, buddy. Rohit, Diego, just a quick question for K1 visa. PPC in some country, ask which visa category will fall, like immigration category or suppose visa category. Okay, what's the question? Priyanka, and social security card. Bring that with you. Bring that with you. Hedrex, in the cover letter, do I write my last name or her legal name for green card? In the cover letter, this is from your wife applying for her green card. It's not you applying for the green card, Hedrex. Your wife is applying for her green card. So it will be your wife's name in the cover letter with your last name. Okay? In the cover letter, do I write my last name? No. You write her for, she's going to use her name. You got married, Hedrex. You guys got married to each other. Now she's applying for her green card. It's going to be her name with your last name. She's Mrs. Hedrex, right? And then you ask me here, I-131 Part 3, it's processing information, date of intended departure, expected length of departure. What should I do and what should I put there? Are you applying for advanced parole? Are you applying for advanced parole? They want to know when you're leaving the United States to go back to the home country. She got here, you got married, now they want to know when she's leaving again. When is she leaving? If she's leaving. If she's not leaving, if she's going to stay in America with you and go on vacation in a year or so, don't even worry about the advanced parole document. But immigration wants to know when she's leaving America. Bud Garcia, good news. Okay, what's the good news? Let me see. I got my interview on the June 25th at 9:30 in Thailand. Your beneficiary, your future wife has her interview on June 25th. I knew you could do it. I told you what did I say? May or June, right? Isn't that what I said? May or June? Ruben Torres. Hi, Diego. Hi, Karina. How do you receive the appointment for the biometrics? We received the message from USCIS that everything is approved, and they cashed the check. They're going to send you a letter, Ruben Torres. Immigration will mail you a letter, and they will tell you when the biometrics is, what day, and where, and what time. You're going to get a letter in the mail. Hedrex, 111. The lease just copied the part where my wife's name is my last name. Yeah. Immigration want to see the lease where you are living together with her name on it and your name on it. On I-864, do we need 6 months of pay stubs? I would include it, yeah. Shiku, still no contact from the embassy. I have paid the visa fee and do the DS-160. Can I take to the medical for the interview? Get her medical done. Get both of your medical exams done. So you don't miss, so you can bring the medical exams to the visa interview. Bring all the evidence that you have filed the DS-160, that you've paid the visa fee. Show the emails where you've emailed the embassy and said, look, here's my information make sure my K2 is part of this visa process. Bring a copy of your I-129F with her name on it. Binay Mohammed, I work as an English teacher at a private school. I never worked anywhere else or with the government before, but I was too nervous about the 221G. Binay Mohammed, it's normal process. You're from Iraq, okay? They're gonna do an extra security check on you. But if you're an English teacher at a private school, never worked for the Iraqi government, never served in the Iraqi military, just wait it out and you'll be good to go. Alejandro Ray, and after getting all that, where do I send it? Just go to a post office and send a package with the documents to USCIS. Alejandro Ray, what state do you live in? Where do you live? Alejandro, where do you live? Tell me where you live, and I'll tell you where you mail your green card application and send it FedEx or UPS or DHL. Remind me, where do you live? Where does he live? In Pennsylvania. Alejandro, do you live in Pennsylvania? Francois Livingston, Diego, I have 7 letters from friends. Okay. Do I send the originals and make copies for myself? Yes, that's correct. Binay Mohammed, thank you so much for your information and kind assistance. Really appreciate. Have a wonderful life together. Diego and Karina, we will, Binay. You just kick back and relax and wait on that extra security check. And we look forward to you coming to America. Rohit, my question is for K1 visa in India. They ask which category it will fall into to get appointment for police certification from local passport office. It will be immigrant visa. It's an immigrant visa. Ross Lee, Diego, and Andy and Melissa here tomorrow. And let me see here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Diego and Karina, Melissa here. Andy and Melissa. Tomorrow, I intend to go and get Melissa her social security card. Okay. Should I hold off since I will soon ship the adjustment of status package? Go get it. Go get her social security card. When you fill out your paperwork for your green card, for her green card, once you get the social security number, include it in the green card application. Include it in the green card application. If you've already checked the boxes that you want Homeland Security to process the social security number for your new wife, then don't worry about going to the Social Security Office Administration, because you can't have two social security numbers. You can only have one social security number. If you've asked Homeland Security to contact the Social Security Administration, then just leave it like it is. Rohit, category R. Okay, you're an immigrant. You're an immigrant. It's an immigrant visa. Hedrax, whose names should I put on the check when I mail the packages for the green card? Your wife and your name. Rohit, immigration, supposed or tourist, business or other. Immigration, immigrant visa. It's an immigrant visa. Let me see here. Denise Jefferson is in the house. Hello, Diego. My fiance was approved on 3/12. A week later, they called him back saying they needed to bring his I-134 and transcripts that they reviewed prior, but failed to take. Your thoughts? Well, every embassy around the world, usually 99% of them, ask for the I-134 and the tax transcripts. So the question is, hello, Diego, my fiance was approved, right? A week later, they called him back saying he needed to bring his I-134 and transcripts that they reviewed prior. Well, if he's already given them to the embassy, why are they asking for them? But failed to take. So does he have them? They're looking for them. Denise, they're looking for his tax. They're looking for your transcripts. They're looking for your I-134. They forgot to take it. That's an error on their part. Now they're looking for it and they want it. So he needs to provide it. So he needs to go back. I don't know where he is now, but he needs to get the I-134 and your tax transcripts to the embassy. They should have took them. These documents, they should have took them from you. Let me see here. Francois. Yeah, I answered that one. Priyanka, lease for our apartment is in my maiden name. Will it be an issue? No, it's okay. Denise, the embassy messed up. They should have taken those documents from you. Okay, that's what they should have done, but they didn't do it. So he's got to get those documents back to the embassy. And then everything's good. Then the process continues. Then get his passport, and he'll get his passport with the K1 in it. Rohit, is immigration or supposed to be a tourist or business or other? It's an immigrant visa. It's not a tourist visa. It's not a business visa. It's not another visa. It's an immigrant visa. Let me see. Denise, did you understand what I said? The embassy should have taken those documents, but they didn't. That's a big stake on their part. Now they're looking for them. They're looking for them. Ruben Torres, thank you very much, Diego. We are excited about receiving the green card. Very good. We're glad for you. We're happy for you too. Ross Lee, without a social security card, it's impossible to add Melissa to just about anything. That's right. That's why when Karina and I got married, the first thing we did was get her social security card. Then we waited 10 days. It got lost in the mail. Then we found it. Well, the post office found it when I filed a report on him. Karina got her social security card. It took 10 days. When she got her social security card, we put her on the bank. She's a joint bank account holder. Okay. We got her a credit card. We got her a debit card. We did all that with her social security card, but that's the first thing you got to apply for. It takes 10 days. Don't be in a big rush to apply for the green card. There's a lot of work you got to do. Recommendations: get a social security card, get her on your bank, get her on your title to your car or him. There's a lot of things you got to do. Okay. Bud Garcia, my fiance got the interview, not me. I'm glad it wasn't you, Bud, because you're already an American citizen. Chris and Emma, I guess Larry isn't here. He's probably getting drunk tonight. Well, I wouldn't say that. You know, this is a public channel that goes globally around 160 countries. So I think Larry's just occupied doing other stuff. That's all. Hedrax, whose name should I put on the check? Your name goes on the check for the green card. Unless your wife has a checking account with you, then your wife's name can go on there in her legal name, which is your last name. Everly Anderson, greetings, Diego. Florida takes the longest to process the EAD, and the PRGC USCIS received our application on December 29th, 2023. They accepted our application payments on January 26th, 2024. Okay. Hang in there. Patience is the key. Hedrax, whose name should I put on the check when I mail the package for a green card for my daughter? Your name or your wife's name? They don't care. Immigration don't care if it's your name or your wife's name, as long as they get paid. They just want to get paid. Your name or your wife's name? Priyanka, thank you, Diego and Karina, for your help. No problem. Glad to help you, Priyanka. In Alabama, we've been to Alabama. Karina's been to Alabama now. She's been to Mobile, Alabama. She's been to, where else have you been? Flomaton, Alabama. Bud Garcia, you were right, Diego. You said June or July. Yeah, there you go, Bud. And all that stress you went through was for no reason. You gave yourself all these headaches for what? For no reason. Bud Garcia, hang in there, Bud. Everly Anderson, myself and the boys did our biometrics on February 22nd, 2024. No communication from USCIS. Really need the EAD to start working. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. The wait is nerve-wracking. Don't let it be nerve-wracking. I hear Tokyo. I can hear our cat, Tokyo, whining like a little baby at the door. He wants to join the live stream. So he's joining the live stream. Everly, hang in there. Just wait it out. Jeniella James, hi, Diego and Latina. Hope you guys are good. We're good. Always. Hello, Tokyo, our cat. Francois, you are the best. And for one, appreciate this channel and the both of you. Francois, we're here for you. We're going to get you over the finish line. We're going to get you all over the finish line. We're going to pull you over the finish line. Now, I can't see anything because I got a blank screen on my computer. But as long as you guys can see us and hear us, who cares, right? Cecilia Hemmer, hi, Diego. When I did the initial medical exam, I was given two packages, one for the embassy and the other for the port of entry. when I came to the US, the other one wasn't taken from me. What should I do? Put it in your green card application. Use it in your green card application. Then you don't have to redo the medical. You have it in a sealed envelope, right? Use it. Everly Anderson, other states are processing EAD at a faster rate. Well, don't compare other states to apples and oranges. You'll get yours when you get it. We live in Florida. We're just waiting like you guys. Carlos Taylor, thanks for your awesome work. 2 questions. Does the fiance have to be present at the K-1 visa interview in the Dominican Republic? No. The fiance doesn't. The sponsor doesn't have to be. No, it's not necessary. But if he or she wants to be, we recommend it, but it's not mandatory. Ross Lee, Diego, applying for the Social Security card tomorrow will create a delay in getting the Social Security card number. But Monday is April 1st, and I wanted to send the I-485 before the cost change. So you're making a business decision here, right? You can't get her on your bank statements. You can't get her on some things you want to do because you don't have a Social Security number, right? But you want to apply before April 1st because you're going to get jacked with a higher fee. Make the business decision. Let Homeland Security process the Social Security number. Write a letter, write an affidavit and say, I don't have my wife's Social Security number, so I wasn't able to put her on my bank account. I couldn't get her a credit card or a debit card because we are waiting for you, Homeland Security, to contact the Social Security Administration so my wife can get her Social Security number. If you write a letter of explanation, okay, then you're covered. You've covered yourself, right? Cover yourself. So get it in the mail before April 1st, but write a letter of explanation why you don't have your wife on your bank statements. But you promise immigration that you will get her on your bank as soon as you receive your bank statement, your Social Security number, not the bank statement. Ross Lee, what should I do? Send in the application before April 1st so you don't get hit with the extra fee. You got 6 days, all right? But write a letter of explanation as to why you don't have your wife's Social Security number and make sure you check on the box. There's 2 boxes you got to check that you want the Homeland Security to contact the Social Security Administration for you to process her Social Security number, and you give Homeland Security permission to do that. Okay? That's what you got to do. Let me see. Everly Anderson, it's good to see you and Karina together here in the USA. I was in Colombia for what? Over 2 years. Back and forth, back and forth. Karina finally made it to America via Miami. And then a few days ago, we went to New Orleans for her biometrics. She had a great time in New Orleans. Got some souvenirs from the Hard Rock Cafe in New Orleans. We ate dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe in Bogota, Colombia, because it was like, what, $8 for a steak dinner each, one each, $16 for 2 steak dinners. Here, it's like $50-$60. So we didn't eat a steak dinner in the United States because the price was absolutely insane. But we did buy some. Karina bought some souvenirs. She bought a nice bowl cap, and I got a fridge magnet. That was a little cheaper than $100 for whatever it was for a stupid steak dinner. Well, they're not stupid. It's good. We like steak dinners, actually, but I'm not paying $100. You know, I got used to the Colombian economy. You know, I got used to living in Colombia, paying $5 for my gas bill, $8 for my water bill, $10 for my electric bill. Now everything's quadruple. Denise Jefferson, he returned a $700 later. We finally got his passport and visa today. Good. He will be here on April 7th. Great. That's great. Just want you to all know that they make very expensive mistakes at our expense. Nevertheless, we are good. It's an investment in your family, Denise. I had to okay. The U.S. Embassy in Bogota said, Karina, we've got your Colombian police certificate. That's perfectly good. But we need an Interpol police certificate, which is basically the same thing. I had to stay in Colombia 5 more weeks. I had to find cash to pay the rent on the apartment that I was closing out November 30th. I had to stay there till January 3rd. Her brother bailed me out with Colombian pesos. Thank you to Karina's brother. He saved my skin. It cost me an extra $1,000. Francois, look at that super chat. High five, Francois. We appreciate that. Thank you, Francois. Denise, $700 you can make again. Don't look at the money, okay? You can remake the $700. You can make more money. But what's important is that your fiance is got his K1 visa and his passport, and you're going to get him on a plane and to America. You guys are going to get married, and then you're going to tell us all about the fantastic wedding you had. That's what's important. I was out an extra $1,200, and then I couldn't pay for my airline tickets for Karina online. I had to go downtown to the airport and pay him in person. It was twice the price. My plane tickets to leave Bogota in November were $900. Because I got stuck in Colombia till January 3rd, I was paying Christmas and New Year's prices for plane tickets. It went from $900 to $2,200. I got ripped big time because immigration wanted an extra police certificate that wasn't necessary, okay, in my opinion, but we did what we were supposed to do. It cost me an extra $3,400. It's insane. That's money I'd rather put in the bank for Karina's wedding dress or our honeymoon. But $700, you're getting off light. I'm out about $3,000, but I'm not worried about it. Just got to make more money, right? You just get back into the capitalist system and making money. But look at the positive things here, okay, Denise? You got it done. Patricia, hi Diego and Karina. I was told today at the Social Security office that my K2 needs an EAD before she gets a Social Security card in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, that's not true. You don't need an EAD document to get a Social Security number. You just need an I-94 and a K1 visa or a K2 visa. Okay? Oh, wait, you said K2. Mm-hmm. K2, that's correct. I stand corrected. I backpedal everything I just said. Don't disregard. K1s, you get your Social Security card. K2s have to wait for their EAD. A K2, okay, is cannot get a Social Security number until they get their employment authorization document. That is absolutely correct. That's correct, Patricia. Just wait for the EAD document and then go back down there and get the K2 Social Security number. That's correct. Everly Anderson, could I submit my eldest son's ASVAB test results to USIS to request expedite? No. The Army recruiter's waiting on the green card. The Army recruiter's waiting on the green card, and there's probably 1,000 other recruiters waiting on green cards for other fantastic loyal patriots that want to join the military, but they don't have their green cards yet. You can't, immigration don't care. They're going to, you could try. I'm not saying don't try to do that, but I'm not saying it's going to guarantee you an expedite, but you could. See what happens. Give it a try. But why is he taking his ASVAB test before he gets his green card? But that's okay. No problem. See if you can do it. Janiela James, Diego, my hubby's I-485 is still being reviewed. It's moved from 4 months to 6 months, and I'm hoping that it's not accurate. But he's working, and work permit was approved January. So he's working, he's making money. Just wait for the green card. It's looking 4 or 5 months for green card applications. Don't pay attention to what immigration says because they're wrong half the time. Okay. Francois Livingston, congratulations, Denise Jefferson. Hey, that's what I say, right? Congratulations, Denise Jefferson. Everly, this should show them that they intend to join the Army. Well, that's great. You can do it. You can do that if you want. I don't know. Karina has a military ID. She got a military ID. She can go on a military base. Is it going to speed up her green card application? I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll keep you posted. It is what it is. Hedrex. I put my wife's name on the gas bill, but the gas company spelled her name wrong. Fix it. Meaning her last name, married name. Can I write a letter to explain the situation? Fix it. Get it fixed with the gas company. Write them a letter and tell them to fix it. Okay? Carlos Taylor, I owe some federal and state taxes, but only for 2023. Get them paid off. If I set up payments, will this adversely affect our chances for obtaining the K1 visa? Not the K1 visa, but it will. It won't hurt. It may hurt the green card application. Maybe. It may be. Just go to a bank, take out a signature loan on whatever it is you owe the government ladrones, pay your income taxes from the signature loan, and then pay the bank. And then you're all caught up on your taxes and you just got a little signature loan for the bank. That's what I would do. Francois, thank you so much. Francois, thank you for that super chat. Francois, we appreciate that. I'm talking to a blank screen. I can't see nothing. But as long as you guys can see us, we're good. Priyanka, our hotel booking in Atlanta is only showing primary name, which is my husband. How can we include my name in the booking? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My name showed on the hotel. We stayed at the Holiday Inn in New Orleans, and that was only my name. Okay, but I'm going to print that hotel receipt, and I'm going to include in the hotel receipt the biometrics. Now, when Karina did her biometrics, they stamped the biometrics paperwork and initialed and dated it. I'm going to put that with the hotel receipt with a little letter saying, this is the hotel we stayed at when we did our biometrics. Just explain it. Las Barreras. Hi, Diego. For the adjustment of status, we need to send birth certificates from both me and my husband or just him. Copies, not the originals. Copies of both, okay, and the sponsor's passport, okay, biometric page, the biographic page of the U.S. passport. Tony Bro 27, hi Diego. I've lived outside the U.S. for about 8 years. Therefore, I don't have a recent work history in the United States. Can a retired relative be my joint sponsor? Most definitely. If so, what are the requirements? The joint sponsor has to cover you, your beneficiary, and his family on the minimum income requirements at 125%. That's what you got to be at, okay? You got to be at above 125%. The joint sponsors got to be able to cover you, your beneficiary, and however many dependents he has or she has. That's what you got to, got to look at the dollars. How much money does he make or does she make? Everly Anderson, our application is being processed at the National Benefits Center. They are very slow. No, I don't think they're slow. I'm serious. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I mean, there's no such thing as a rapid visa. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a rapid green card. This is a slow process. It's not a fast process, and it sucks. The process is terrible, right? But it is what it is. So you just got to relax and try to get through it. Las Barreras, my husband needs a police report from the United States. No, they already did the police check on him at the NVC. They did an FBI check on him. You don't need a police check for the green card application or for the K1. Headrax on the I-485 package passport, 2x2 on back, a picture. Put my wife's married name or her legal name, her married name. And her full married name, full name, first name, middle name, and your last name. And if you have a K2, the K2's name and the name of her last name of her father, her biological father. C, I'm waiting for the NOA2 for my South African fiance. Okay, fantastic. Planning to have kids as soon as we can. Sounds like a plan. What are the chances of her mom getting a visitor's visa to be with her during the pregnancy? Well, getting a B2 tourist visa is the first thing you got to do. You know, I check into what the wait time is in South Africa for a tourist visa. Find out what the wait time is. Go to the U.S. Embassy in Johannesburg, South Africa. Go to the embassy website and try to figure out what is the wait time for a tourist visa, and then figure out when you're going to get pregnant and figure it around that time frame. Caroline Fernandez, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. Le hago una pregunta a su esposa. Me aprobaron la visa pero aparte la registró migración de Colombia, documento adicional por favor.
Debo llevar adicional.
So, aquí, mi amor.
Sí, aparte del registro migratorio de Colombia.
Are you asking
¿Ya
for
aprobaron la visa?
Colombian immigration?
Sí, ya visa en tu mano.
Colombian immigration's got nothing to do with your K1 visa.
Si tienes tu visa aprobada, no necesitas más documentos que llevar a la embajada.
No.
Es lo que entiendo.
You don't need Colombian immigration to give you permission to leave Colombia with a K1 visa in your passport. You just buy a plane ticket and you fly to the United States. Okay? You're probably not going to get a stamp in your passport, in your Colombian passport or whatever country, Colombian passport, because they do biometrics now with a camera. But just get on a plane, just buy a plane ticket, get on a plane from Bogota, El Dorado, and fly to the United States. But you got to do the migration on your telephone. You can go to your cell phone and do the immigration that Celia, Colombia, you're leaving Colombia. So you go to Colombian migration and say, you know, what flight you're leaving on, your name, your passport number, your country, right, is Colombia. And you just check in with immigration that you're leaving Colombia. I had to do it. Karina had to do it. We filled out the migration application. I did it on my cell phone. You know, put my name, my passport number, my citizenship, United States. And then we said, ciao, Colombia. We're done with Colombia. Everly Anderson, we did our biometrics here in Jacksonville, okay, in Florida. That's 53 days after they received our application. And 28 days after they accepted the payments. Now it's 32 days after the biometrics and no communication. Well, it's slow. It's slow. 35 days, is it normal? It's going to take maybe a couple of months to get your EAD work documents. It's going to take a couple of months. Priyanka, let me see. Hold on a second. Bud Garcia. Denise Jefferson. Karina's keeping me in check here. I'm missing everybody's questions here. Let me see. Everly, 35 days is normal. Don't get overly excited. Wait a couple of months, okay? Is your application being processed at the National Benefits Center as well? I think so. I think it is. I believe it is. But I'm not worried about where it's getting processed. I'm just glad it's getting processed. Tom F. Diego, first of all, you have been a great help to me. Well, that's good news, Tom. Thank you very much. You're welcome. My question is, to get my future wife onto a joint bank account, does she need a social security number? Yes. She's got to have a social security number. As soon as you get the K1, I don't know where you're at in the process, but once you get to the United States, get married, go down to the Social Security office and get her social security number. It takes about 10 days. If you live in New Jersey, you can't get married until you have a social security number. But you need a social security number to put your beneficiary on your bank as a joint account holder and to get a credit card and a debit card. Patricia T. Collinson, do I have to file an EAD and adjustment of status for my K2 or let immigration get her social security card? Let immigration process it. Okay? Fill out the EAD document or have your K2 fill out the EAD document, include it in the K2's green card application with all the other documents, but you fill out on the K2's adjustment of status paperwork that you want Homeland Security to process your K2's social security number. Okay? That's the only way you can do it with a K2. So Social Security Administration won't process a K2 until they get the EAD document. So include that before, if you can get it done before April 1st, before the prices go up. Headrax, I put my wife's name on the gas bill, but gas company spelled her name wrong. Fix it. Get it fixed. I'm trying to get it. I've been waiting 3 weeks. Don't wait before. If you can't get it fixed before April 1st, don't worry about it. Just write a letter of explanation that the gas company has misspelled your wife's name and that you have got it in process for correction. Include that with the gas bill and get your green card application in the mail before April 1st, so you don't pay the increase in the payment. Denise Jefferson's talking to Francois. Thank you, Francois. Send the RFE to them pronto and avoid unnecessary delays. Great information, Denise. Don't try to make it perfect. Also, good information. Listen to Diego. More good information. Just get it to them. A lot of the process is formality. It's congressional law. If immigration sends you an RFE, it's not because immigration's bored and they just want to mess with you. It's because congressional law has written a list of standards that they got to follow. And if you miss something, they're going to send you a letter asking for that information. It's not immigration's fault. USCIS has got better things to do. They'd rather be processing and approving rather than stopping what they're doing and sending out an RFE. They got better things to do, right? So it's congressional law is what it is. But it is formality too. Denise, you're absolutely right. Bud Garcia, I was so happy to get my fiance her appointment today. It made my day. I'm looking at the 10-yard line. You're there, Bud Garcia. I've been telling you for what? A year? 9 months? 6 months? And I've always given you accurate timelines on when you're going to get your beautiful Thai wife to be in America, right? I've always been right on the money. Now you're going to do a touchdown. Priyanka, let me see. Thank you, Diego and Karina. How can we keep as general evidence of hotel bookings if only what says my husband's name? You put your biometrics letter with the hotel receipt, and the dates will match each other. The date on the biometrics will match the date on the hotel. Then you write a little letter and say, boom. Or that's what you do. Okay, my name's on the hotel receipt for the Holiday Inn, not Karina's name, but it's my name. But Karina's name's on the biometrics, which is the same day as our night in the hotel in New Orleans. We'll put the biometrics with the hotel receipt, and I'll write a little affidavit saying, this is the hotel we stayed in for our biometrics. And it's covered. You got it covered. Denise to Francois, as Diego explains, increase your confidence to go through. If you qualify, the approval will come. Just qualify, that's all. It is all about endurance. That's right. Endurance. Keep going. We're not going to let you guys quit. We're not going to let you get lazy. What's the word in Spanish? Flojo. We no permiso flojo aquí. No permiso. Okay? No laziness. You can't be lazy. If you get lazy, you get complacent. If you put together a real crappy green card package, immigration is going to give you a crappy solution because they're going to make you wait and wait and wait. Put together a strong green card application. Put together a strong K-1 visa package. Do a good job. Headrex, I fixed the correction for the gas bill, but I have to wait 3 weeks. But I'm trying to mail a package for the green card. Get it done. Put a letter of explanation in the green card application about the gas bill. Just a short paragraph. Immigration don't have all day to read letters. Short paragraph. Attach it to the gas bill, and you're good. And you get it in the mail before April 1st. Okay, Headrex, you got it? Tom, my fiance will also be leaving from Bogota. Very good. What is the experience like at the ticket desk? It's easy. You get in line and you buy a plane ticket. That's how it works. Korean. I tried to buy the tickets online, but my bank blocked me. Well, we don't recognize the transaction, Diego. Well, dude, you know I'm in Colombia. What's your problem? You sent me an email saying, we know you're in Colombia, Diego. We won't block any of your transactions. Okay. So they blocked my plane tickets. So I had to go down in person and pay. And then I had to wait until January because of this Interpol police certificate. So my $900 plane ticket went to $2,200. And then I had to go in person to pay it. Hey, I tell you, but you just muddle through it, right? Just make more money. It's very easy, Tom. Leaving Bogota for the United States is easy. It's easy peasy. Denise Jefferson, Diego, both the travel documents and the work permit used to be free when we filed an adjustment of status. That's true. Now one costs $400. Did you find it? The other is still free when you file the adjustment of status. When Karina filed for her green card, we didn't apply for advanced parole. Karina's got no interest in flying anywhere but with me on our honeymoon to Las Vegas in August or September. I think August, as soon as our green card gets here. So we don't want advanced parole. That's a waste of time. We're not going anywhere. We're not leaving the United States, not until, well, when Karina becomes a U.S. citizen, then we're going to go on vacation to England, and then we'll fly to Colombia, Venezuela, hopefully, if the country's free. If it's a free country, we'll go to Venezuela. If not, we'll go to Colombia. But the EAD, the employment authorization document, there was no charge. It was free. There was no charge. But April 1st, there's going to be a charge. It's going to cost money. Let me see. Ro Figueroa. Saludos, Diego and Karina from Puerto Rico. Prometida from Cartagena. Beautiful Cartagena, beautiful Puerto Rico. I took Karina to Cartagena, Colombia for a week's vacation in February of 2022. And we're on a plane. We're flying to Cartagena. We're on this Avianca flight. And I'm sitting here, and I got this guy from Colombia, and I got Karina here, and I got this guy from Colombia here who speaks fluent English. And he asked me a question. He said, hey, do you think Russia's going to invade Ukraine? I mean, they got this massive army built up on the border of Ukraine. I said, no, there's no way Russia's going to invade Ukraine. Seriously? Boom. The next day, Russia invaded Ukraine. I'll keep my mouth shut next time. Who could have believed that, right? Never in my life did I ever think that Russia would invade Ukraine. And we're on a plane going to Cartagena on vacation, and we're talking about it. Diego, man, there's just, what's going to happen? I said, nothing's going to happen. Boy, was I wrong. Denise talking to Bud Garcia. Congrats, Bud. Now put on your seatbelt. You may not be able to keep up from this point. Denise, good point. Preparando tu cinturón. The evolution will steamroll over you on the back end. I found it hard to keep up. But Denise, you were hanging out with us, right? So we helped you a little bit, right? Just a little bit. CCB, hello, Diego, and the beautiful Karina. How are you both doing? We're good. We still don't have any interview slots in Dakar. That's okay. Keep looking. It's been 2 months since we made the payment. Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking. Keep looking, okay? You'll get one. Priyanka's talking to Everly Anderson. Does your case went to National Benefits Center? And Priyanka, Center. You're in the United States of America. Center is not spelled C-E-N-T-R-E. Center in America is spelled C-E-N-T-E-R. Come on, get with the program, Priyanka. We're going to Americanize you right here on this YouTube channel. I'm not correcting your spelling because it's perfectly correct in India and in the United Kingdom and in Scotland and in Wales and in Ireland. But here in America, center is not spelled R-E, it's spelled E-R. Let me see here. Tom F., what question did immigration ask at El Dorado Airport? Nothing. They didn't ask any questions. Pregunta para ti, El Dorado? No questions. They were looking at her K1.
Automático, biométrico.
They looked at her passport, and then the Avianca, immigration didn't have a problem with her. Avianca, the airline company, they looked at her passport and they said, what is this? And Karina said, it's a K1 visa. It's a permission slip to leave Colombia to fly to America. And this lady was probably new on the job. And she's like, well, I can't approve this. I said, well, go find your boss. So she scurries over to somebody else, and he looks at her passport, at Karina's passport, and he said, that's a K1 visa. She can leave the country. So he came back. So she scurried back to Karina, and she's like, I'm sorry. Lo siento. Tu permiso de Colombia. Well, of course, it's a K1 visa from the U.S. Embassy. She had no questions for immigration. Immigration couldn't care less. Colombian immigration couldn't care less. She's leaving America. She's leaving Colombia for the United States. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. But Avianca, the lady didn't have a clue about what a K1 visa was. The airline, at the check-in for the airline. Let me see. Headdress. Does my daughter need a separate I-864? Yes. Yes. Every person applying for a green card has a separate I-864. a separate 693, separate vaccinations, separate 485. Everything is separate. You got a K1 visa here with all the documents. You got a K2 visa here with all the documents. They're two separate entities, okay? They are two green card applications, totally separate of each other, but they have to be filled out completely. And then you put them in the same FedEx package or UPS or DHL and send it away. Okay? But you gotta have an IA. You gotta have everything that goes into the green card application for the beneficiary has to go into the green card application for the K2. Okay? You got it? Francois, to Denise, I am listening to Diego 100%. Best of luck. Wishing you life's best. Guys, we're not going to let you down. Everly, to Priyanka. Yes, it is. Denise, Diego, I understand that advance parole was of no interest to you and your wife. However, do you know if it is still free? No. If you file for adjustment of status after April 1st, there's a charge for it. There's a charge for advance parole. There's a charge for the EAD document. You know, my advice is just to wait for the green card. Why pay double for something? Okay, advanced parole means you can travel before the green card gets here. If it's a 6-month wait for the green card, just wait the 6 months and get the green card and save yourself I think it's $260. Don't quote me on that, but it's an extra cost. There's no free ride for the advanced parole anymore. There's no free ride for the AD after April 1st. You got to pay. Everly, it hurts my nerves to hear Diego say maybe another 5 months before my EAD is approved. It could be 3 months. Just wait it out. Be patient. Tom, bless you, Karina. Benedictions para ti. Everly, further us to think about the PR and the PR and the green card. What's the PR? I'm not sure what the PR is. The advanced parole or the EAD document. But yeah, it's just a waiting time. It's better that your beneficiary, your no wife, is here hanging out, right, with you, waiting, rather than I'd rather Karina be here waiting for her green card than in Colombia waiting for her green card. It's better she's here, right? Same for you guys. Denise Jefferson, Diego, our visa expires in 90 days or July. Is the passport or the visa that needs a 6-month window? Your visa expires in 90 days. The K1 visa expires in 90 days? Or is it the passport or the visa that needs a 6-month window? The passport needs a 6-month window. You got to have at least 6 months on your passport. 8 months you live in Brazil. Okay? But the K1 visa is good for 6 months also, not 90 days. The K1 visa is good for 6 months. It's the K1 visa time clock starts on the day of the medical exam. So if like Karina had a medical exam on November, was it 9th, 8th, November 8th, Karina had a medical exam in Bogota, Colombia. That's when her K1 visa timeout card started. Okay? Right. But the 90 days starts when you land in America and you got 90 days to get married on the I-94. The K1 visa is good for 6 months, which commences on the beginning of the medical exam day. Once you land in America on the K1, then it's good for 90 days on an I-94. The K1 visa goes away. It doesn't exist anymore. Now you're on a Border Patrol I-94 permission slip to get married in 90 days. You get married within 90 days on the I-94, and then you adjust your status to green card. Did that help you understand, Denise? Did that help you? Do you understand what I said? Let me see. Tom F. will be bringing the fiance and her son on American Airlines to Dallas. American Airlines, good. First class, baby. High five. Good job. It's worth it, definitely. You only come to America for the first time once. We will be here for the 4th of July. Independence Day. Now, Tom F., remember, you never wish anybody a happy 4th of July. Who invented 4th of July? Who created the 4th of July? The Romans, right? Julius Caesar. Wasn't it Julius Caesar who created the 4th of July? So when you wish somebody a happy 4th of July, what you're saying is to somebody, Happy Julius Caesar Day. But we're not celebrating Julius Caesar. We're not celebrating the Roman Empire. We're celebrating our independence from the United Kingdom. So you will never, ever hear me say Happy July 4th because I don't celebrate Romans. I celebrate our country. So what do I say? I say Happy Independence Day to everybody. And then if somebody says to me Happy 4th of July, I say, well, you like Julius Caesar? What is it? What, he's on your calendar for today? Well, I didn't know that. You know, I'm being sarcastic, and I do it with my friends. You know, I wouldn't do it to somebody I didn't know. But never wish anybody Happy July 4th. You're wishing somebody, you're celebrating a Roman emperor, Julius Caesar. Always say Happy Independence Day. Food for thought. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want. This is a free country. But that's what I do. Let me see here. Good job, Tom F., on that plane ticket. Priyanka, mine went to the NBC. Don't worry about it. Just wait it out. Angie, yes, my love. Tom F., I can't wait. Angie's on the line. Angie's in Colombia. Francois Livingston, Denise Jefferson, I am listening to Diego 100%. Francois is good. Tom F., let me see. My computer is just a blank screen. Tom F., wow, my fiance there is now a fan of Diego and Karina. Well, we're friends, okay? We're here to help you. I'm not an immigration attorney, okay? I don't give you any legal advice here. I don't work for the government, U.S. government. I don't work for the State Department. But I've got 9 years of experience in doing this process. I've got 9 years of headaches and the pain in the neck that it is to go through this process. I've 9 years of experience, okay? And Tokyo is whining like a baby at the door again. Let me see here. But we're glad to help you. I'm glad to help you. Doesn't cost you a dime to watch this channel, right? $0. It's better than paying an immigration attorney, I'm sure, right? Let me see. Denise, thanks for that clarification. It is the passport that needs to be valid for 6 months. That's correct. You got it. Denise, high five to Denise. Tom F., I love when people ask if they have 4th of July in Colombia. Now, Independence Day in Colombia is July 28th, I believe it is, of 1991. The Colombian government copied the U.S. Constitution, and in July of 1991, they ratified it with their amendments, like we have our amendments. And when Colombia copied the U.S. Constitution and ratified it, the economy of Colombia went out the roof. They become a free market, capitalist, free country. And they become very rich and very strong with low inflation and very little national debt. And they grew their military. They had strong borders. They got strong borders. It's a fantastic country. I think it was July 28th. I can't remember but it was in July of 1991 when the Colombians took the U.S. Constitution as their law of the land. And now Colombia is rocking and rolling. I mean, okay, granted, they got Petro, the president. He's a Marxist communist. Okay. Well, he's only in there for 4 years. They wanted to give him a try, give him an opportunity, right? Give him an opportunity. Nobody likes him, pretty much, in my opinion. I don't know. When I was in Colombia, the people I talked to didn't like him. The taxi drivers in particular don't like him because he jacked up the price of gasoline in Colombia. So all the taxi drivers were going on strike because of his actions. Well, elections have consequences, but you only get one term as president in Colombia, then you got to go. Then they're going to hire somebody else. Tom F. So your fiance is a fan of Diego and Karina. Let me see. So in Tom F. in Colombia, wish them a happy Independence Day. Okay? Wish them Merry Christmas. That's me. I guess it's just me. Denise is talking to Francois. K Messenger. Hola, Karina and Diego. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. ¿Y ustedes? Bien, gracias. We are now in Ciudad Juarez. First interview complete. Documents submitted tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. Final interview. Thanks for helping us get to this step. High five for K Messenger. That's great news. We're here for you. We're going to help you. We're going to get you over the finish line. Tom F., we paid an attorney for the K1. Why did you do that? You wanted to make it perfect. You make it perfect by you filling it out. How many pages is how many pages is Form I-129F? How many pages is it? What is it? 13 pages? I can't remember. It's not hard to do a K1, my friend. But we will try and do the green card on our own. Don't try, do. A green card application is just as easy as a K1 visa. Angie is super smart, and then I'm sure we can figure it out. No doubt. If you watch the videos I've made on how to apply for a green card, on how to fill out a Form 485, on how to fill out the Form 864, if you want, you've only got to watch like 3 or 4 videos, and you become an expert on green card applications. And then you say, I saved you $1,000 on an immigration attorney. Okay? Don't worry about it. Keep moving on. Keep pressing on. Tom F., just keep pressing on. You've got this, okay? Hedrex, how many months of my bank account do I need to attach to the I-864? 12 months. 12 months worth of bank statements and highlight the deposits. Immigration couldn't care less about what you bought at Walmart. They couldn't care less what you bought at Publix. They just want to see your deposits. How much money do you make? Highlight the deposits. Denise Jefferson, Diego, took your advice and avoided Atlanta. Good news. Flying United. Okay, they're good. The layovers are crazy. It's part of the process. The least you pay for the ticket, the higher the layovers. That's correct. I would fly from Pensacola to Houston, to Panama, Central America, to Bogota, and I shaved $300 off of a plane ticket. That was during Christmas. But coming back to the United States, I could have saved the money on the plane ticket. I just wanted to get the heck out of Colombia. So I paid the max price. It was Christmas too, New Year's of 2024. I will be looking for the loopholes to write off the costs. There you go. Tom F., I've watched him and it gave me confidence. Tom F., $1,000. He wants more money. He wants way more money for the green card. So you're gonna pay, an immigration attorney wants to charge you more than $1,000 to fill out a green card package. Seriously, put that money towards your honeymoon. Put the money in the bank for your future. Don't pay an immigration attorney. You can do this by yourself. Just watch the videos. Watch the videos I made, okay? And then learn from the videos. And then come on the live stream and ask me questions about stuff you don't understand, and I'll answer them here. And I've saved you $2,000, $3,000, right? But it's not legal advice, it's experience. I asked an immigration attorney years and years and years ago. I was thinking about using an immigration attorney 9 years ago. I said, hey, is your wife, what country is your wife from? He said, from the United States. So she's not a foreign national? No. So what did you do? I went to law school. I took tests. I passed the bar exam. I'm an immigration attorney. I said, okay, but you've never processed a K1 visa for anybody in your family? No. Oh, seriously? So you're taking money from people. Okay, that's fine. You went to law school. You're qualified. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I'm a real estate agent. Okay. But if you do have to use an immigration attorney because you just don't know how to do this and you just don't want to watch the videos that I've made, ask them the question. Is your wife, did she come to America on a K1? Ask the question. Let me see here. Tom F. is laughing, and she said, and she wants to go to Las Vegas. Okay, that's great. We're going to Las Vegas when Karina gets her green card. Okay, in her hand, she has her green card. Well, I'm going to book plane tickets to Las Vegas, and we're going to go there for a week, and we're going to get cooked like lobsters in the hotel pool. And we're just gonna go. Maybe I'll take her to Area 51. I'll rent a car, go up to Rachel, Nevada, go eat a hamburger at the little alien in Rachel, Nevada. Spend the night there. Look for UFOs in the sky. Go to Area 51 back gate. Get pictures at the Area 51 back gate. Come go to Ely, Nevada, go to Tonopah, Nevada. There's a haunted hotel in Tonopah. The most haunted hotel in the United States is in Tonopah, in Nevada. We'll spend the night there and check out the ghosts. So, you know, we've got a lot of things planned. And instead of paying an immigration attorney $3,000 or $4,000, we're going to use that money for a blowout visit to Las Vegas. We're going to take a road trip to the Grand Canyon. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I lived in New Mexico for 4 years. I was just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I never went. Stupid me, right? But not really, because now I get to go to the Grand Canyon for the first time in my life with my beautiful wife, Karina. We can't wait. And I was going to go to Utah, but Denise said it's just boring in Utah. So I don't know. We listen to Denise. Denise's opinion is important. Tom F. Karina, ¿te gusta vivo aquí en Estados Unidos? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she loves being here. She loves it in America. Well, who wouldn't, right? I mean, it's a great country, you know. Denise Jefferson to Tom F. In Nigeria, an attorney asked his client what was an NOA2. Diego is being politically correct. I say to tell you, all of you attorneys, to kick rocks. Boom, Denise. I'm not politically correct, Denise, at all. I'm really not. I'm not politically correct. You know, an immigration attorney is going to fill out a K-1 visa application. The paperwork takes maybe 20 minutes. Gathering the documents takes a couple of weeks, but you do it piecemeal. Putting the package together takes maybe an hour and a half, and he or she just made $5,000 or $4,000 for doing what, 3 hours work? You don't need an immigration attorney to do this. But people get scared, you know, oh, I can't do this. It's not hard. You and your beneficiary can totally handle this on your own. Denise, you're right. K Messenger, I am very aware you proceed in Colombia. Colombia is in South Carolina. Colombia is not spelled that way. Colombia is Colombia. That Colombia is in South Carolina. Now, people watching in Colombia, South America, they're going to get mad at me if I don't correct that. Come on, K Messenger. But any thoughts? How long after K-1 visa approval to get your passport with the visa stamp? From NOA2 letter? Is that what you're talking about? From the NOA2 letter? It could be 5 or 6 months. 7 Angels. Hi, Diego and Karina. How are you guys doing? We are good. We're doing good. Let me add this light to the mix. How's that? Priyanka. After biometrics, I think it's a waiting game. Is it true? That's it. It's a waiting game. Karina has her biometrics. We went to New Orleans. We spent the night. We made a road trip out of it. We took lots of pictures. We're going to put those pictures in Karina's 10-year green card application. Our vacation to New Orleans. It's a waiting game. Tom F. Angie was shocked to learn that people do not have little stores in the bottom of their house. Not in the United States. Maybe in Pennsylvania. I don't know. Maybe in New Hampshire. In some of the states up north, the 13 original states, they may have some stores in the bottom of their house. But you know, 95% of all houses in America don't have stores in them. They wouldn't get through the county commissioner's ordinance and zoning, for one thing. Tom F. had to tell her in America you have to drive to most places. En Estados Unidos es necesario conducir, no caminar, no Transmilenio. That's total by car, man. From visa approval. From the visa approval is probably about 2 weeks. So in Ciudad Juarez, did you get issued status or approval status? What have you got? Issued, or did you get issued status or approval status? If you got approval status, give it about 10 days, 2 weeks. 7 Angels. My fiance will be in the States in 2 weeks. Finally. Well, about time, right? But you got through it. You survived. Shiku, Diego, hope the embassy accepts my daughter. A little bit worried. Don't worry. No, your daughter's on the I-129F. She has a DS-160 accepted by the embassy, and she has a visa fee fully paid for. Those are the 3 requirements for a K2. Don't forget her passport, her medical exam, and her birth certificate, and police certificates. But if she's under 16, don't worry about the police certificates. Denise Jefferson, Diego, I just mean that you have a nice way of saying that they are a waste of money. They are a waste of money. They are like piranhas in their effort to get your business. They're like the U.S. government, the IRS, and immigration attorneys. I think they probably date each other. You know, you got an IRS agent dates an immigration attorney. Yeah, let's go on a date. Okay, how can we take money from people? Right? Am I right? Well, it was the 16th Amendment to the Constitution, I believe, that was implemented in 1913, I believe, that but basically decimated the income, the paycheck of the American, hardworking American, because of the far left socialists decided that they wanted to take a part of our income in an income tax. It is what it is. You know, elections have consequences. We should abolish the 16th Amendment. If that's the one it is, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Shiku, because the only name in the appointment letter is me. Okay. Not my daughter. Okay, I understand you're a little worried about that, but you sent an email to the embassy telling the embassy to add your daughter, right? You're good, Shiku. Denise Jefferson, look at that super chat, Denise. Whoa, we appreciate you guys. Thank you, Denise. I look forward to working with you and Karina on the next stage. Denise, we're gonna get you through the next stage. Please don't pay an immigration attorney nothing. It's bad enough we got to pay the IRS. The IRS basically robbed me this year. The White House said, we're going to lower your taxes for the middle class. Well, his lips were moving and my taxes went up. So what can I say? I don't like Republicans and I don't like Democrats. I don't like politicians. They're all a bunch of liars, okay? There is no difference between a Republican and a Democrat. There's no difference between them, okay? They're both in Washington to benefit themselves, my opinion. But we appreciate the super chat, Denise Jefferson, and also we appreciate Francois Livingston also for her super chat. And Shiku, relax. You got a DS-160. You paid the visa fee. She's on the I-129F, right? She's on the I-129F. When you filed for the K-1 visa, you're all good. K Messenger, we have the final interview tomorrow at 0800. Okay. K Messenger, you got this. You can do this. Tom F, Angie and Karina will both be witnesses. Tom F, Angie and Karina will both be witnesses to a presidential election. That's right, November. And I'm voting. Okay, now I'm not Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. But I'm voting in November, okay, so that all the beautiful people coming to the United States of America from all these different countries that we are helping, okay, will benefit significantly from the person that I'm going to vote for. Because that person is going to lower your taxes. That person is going to save our economy from the toilet. And everybody watching this channel, when you go to work under this new person, if he gets elected or she, will have a bigger paycheck. The price of the interest rates on houses will come down. So you can buy a house. Try and buy a house right now. What is it? 7, 8, 9% for a freaking mortgage? Why is that? Because of inflation. It's insane. Francois Livingston, thank you, Francois. Look at you. We appreciate you, Francois and Denise, both of you. Okay? You just covered my gas money from New Orleans back home. We appreciate that. Priyanka, I'm stressed over the process with the green card. No, don't stress. If you stress this, you're going to get sick. You're going to get sick. Don't do it. Priyanka, All you got to do is wait for your green card. That's all you got to do. Or if you get an RFE because you made a mistake on page 13 of the I-864, it's going to be an easy fix. It's an easy fix. It's going to take 2 minutes to fix it and then resubmit. If it comes to that, don't stress it. Sorcha Anderson, good night, Diego and Karina. My friend did her K1 interview in January, but still hasn't received her visa. When she checks online, it says administrative review. Should she be worried? No, they're doing a security check on your friend. Tom F. Diego, are you well versed on K2 visas? I know everything about K2 visas. Angel has called Colombian immigration a couple of times about the permission letter from the father. Okay. Under Colombian immigration law, a K2 cannot leave Colombia without a permission letter from the father signed off by a judge in Colombia. Okay? Immigration, and when you get to immigration at the airport in Colombia, if you got a kid under the age of 18, immigration at Colombia is going to want to see the letter, the permission slip for the child to leave Colombia by the dad or by the mom. That letter is critical. The U.S. Embassy doesn't care about letters and permission slips. You're going to get the K1 visa approved. You're going to get the K2 visa approved. The U.S. Embassy will not block a K2 visa because you don't have a letter from the other parent. Get it done by a judge. I recommend a judge. Tom, if a notary will do it, get it done by, if it's easier to get it done by a notary, then go ahead. But I recommend a judge. Okay? Have the judge sign off on it. That's powerful right there. Just my opinion. Okay? But a K2 under the age of 18 cannot leave Colombia or any country in Central South America without a letter from the other parent. All right? It's mandatory. Now let's suppose you have a K2 and the mom or dad passed away, went to heaven. Then you got to get the death certificate. Then you got to have the death certificate notarized. Okay? And if you have, let's suppose you're from Panama living in Colombia and your wife died and she's Panamanian, you got to get the Panamanian death certificate apostilled in Panama if you're going to leave from Colombia. Okay? Do you understand what I said? Sorcha, don't just wait out the administrative review. That's all you can do. Tom F, I know I can answer any question on a K2 visa. Any question. Hedrex, thank you guys. You're both a blessing. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to bless you and help you. Tom F, good advice. I recommend a judge. Sorcha, good Diego, could you do a video on how to properly fill out the affidavit of support? Already did it. Google Diego Ross Form 864, and you can watch it. Tom F, letter signed at most. It has to be 30 days from the departure. Yes, it has to be 30 days. It's got to be signed 30 days before the departure. With that said, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go watch a video, okay, with Karina, my beautiful wife, Karina. I don't know. I can't see nothing on this computer, so I'm talking to a blank screen. But you guys can see us, so that's all that matters, right? So we will see you. Well, I won't see nothing, but we'll be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm sorry for the delay today, guys. I didn't know the camera was working. It wasn't working. It isn't working. But as long as you guys can see us, I couldn't care less if the camera's a blank screen. We'll see you Wednesday. And thanks for watching.